Mind mapping, the key to solving your problems. Do you ever feel stressed when trying to learn something new or remember important information? Fortunately, there's something that can help you. Mind mapping. It looks like a colorful tree with many branches, and it shows the relationships between different things. A mind map is a visual tool that makes your information well organized. This enables you to understand and remember it easily. Why is it so effective? Firstly, mind maps only contain short phrases and keywords. This means that you don't have to read through a lot of notes. Secondly, mind maps encourage associations and connections between ideas. This helps you create more ideas and lays out the relationships between your thoughts clearly on the page. Finally, mind maps use color and strong images to stimulate your imagination. Images are quickly understood by the brain. So, when you link an image to a keyword or phrase, it's easy to remember.
Hi everyone, welcome to the show. I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Laura.
Oh my gosh. Well, today we have a really fun topic. And
yes,
I think also as well, it's perfect because I want to plan a party, but I just don't know how to do it.
You should try this. This is something I actually also teach in like companies to use mind mapping techniques, right?
Okay.
It's the key to solving your problems.
Oh, okay. Because usually, I write down lists. And I'm more of a list person, so...
I'm more of a visual person, so mind maps are so cool. You have to find out more.
Oh my God. Okay, I want to read then. Okay, so the article says, do you ever feel stressed when trying to learn something new or remember important information? Okay, yes, I do. I do feel stressed sometimes.
Does,
yes.
Yeah.
Well, what is stress? Stress is an adjective, and it means, a type of pressure you feel because maybe you're really anxious or you're nervous about something. So, for example, students, the big test is coming soon. I feel so stressed. I don't know if I will get a good grade or not, and I can't sleep well. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of stress. 你们有这样子过那么紧张吗？ Stressed 这个形容词就是有压力的，很紧张的。Or you could also say I'm under a lot of stress. Okay, 我们来举个例子比较清楚。I've been super stressed out lately because out of nowhere, true story, my landlord drops the bomb and tells me I have to move.
Oh
Remember?
Gosh, I know, you told me.
Now I'm stuck with the task of either moving back or finding a whole new place. Talk about stress overload, guys. Okay, 你们绝对没有我最近压力大。Okay, 所以回到课文，我们提到的，你有这样子的时候吗？你有在尝试学习新知识，或是记住重要资讯的时候，感到压力山大？
I definitely do. Okay, well, here the article says, fortunately, there's something that can help you. Mind mapping, okay? Fortunately just means luckily, okay? This is also something Laura mentioned earlier. She says that maybe mind mapping can help me out if I want to plan a party.
Yeah, if you're very organized, you will love mind mapping. 所以幸运的是，有一个方法可以帮助你哦，就是我们今天一直在讲的 mind mapping 心智图。不过我们现在在这里呢，想要暂停一下，因为我们看到一个很重要的东西哦，就是 language in focus. Let's take a look. 今天的 Language in Focus 要带大家来看副词在句子里的作用，除了可以修饰动词、形容词和另外一个副词之外，如果放在句首或是句中的时候，还可以用来修饰这个地方的整个句子哦。那这种修饰整句的副词，我们可以称它为意见副词，所以可以用来表示整个句子的真伪啦、情况啦、结果啊，或是强调说话者对整句的情绪或是意见。那很常见的副词有什么呢？就是刚刚提到的 fortunately， 或者你可以用 instead， 取而代之的是什么什么 ，however， 然而，或者是 surprisingly， 还有 sadly， 遗憾的。我们来看一下例句会更清楚。我先用一个 fortunately 的例句。Fortunately, the rain stopped just in time for our outdoor picnic. 再来一个相反好了，比较悲伤的。Sadly, none of Jack's friends could make it to his birthday party. Poor Jack.
All right, so what exactly does mind mapping look like? In the article, it says, it looks like a colorful tree with many branches, and it shows the relationship between different things. Okay.
Yeah, see, it's very organized.
It's very
you can
visual.
Categorize everything. 所以 mind map 它看起来很像一棵树哦，有许多的branch 是什么呢？就是树枝，而且是彩色，就是彩色树哦，这样子，而且还可以，你可以用不同的颜色去分 ，OK， 并且展示不同事物之间的关联。You can make it super cute and pretty.
Okay, I think I'm starting to get the picture now, and I love making my notes
I know,
or whatever
you
in
do
color.
that. You do so well.
I know, so this is like probably something I would like. Next, it says a mind map is a visual tool that makes your information well organized. This enables you to understand and remember it easily, okay? So we mentioned something called visual, and visual just means something that you can see. If you want to talk about something that you can hear, it's called auditory as well. So these are two different things for you to consider.
OK， 所以我们回到课文提到，就是心智图，它是一个 visual 视觉的工具，所以它可以使你的资讯非常的 organized 井然有序。那这样子就可以帮助你比较容易理解，还有记忆哦。Visual 刚刚有提到是视觉的 ，OK， 那 auditory 就是刚刚补充的是听觉的。那 well organized。I think Tiffany 比较 organized， 因为她家超干净的，意思就是井井有条的、有组织的这样子的一个概念。
I try to make things organized, or else
So
I will
clean.
think like, oh my gosh, it's so messy and my mind goes crazy. But anyways, the mind map, it says that it enables you to do something. So enable here is a verb, and it means to make something possible, to do something. So for example, it's funny, this new AI tool enables people to finish their work faster.
Is it ChatGPT?
Yeah.
Enable 是什么呢？就是使能够，它是一个动词。那通常我们会用这个句型哈 ，enable somebody to do something， 使某人能够做某事。举个例子会比较清楚。Learning new skills can enable you to tackle challenges you never thought possible.
All right, so next it says, why is it so effective? Firstly, mind maps only contain short phrases and keywords. No
就不废
wonder.
话了啦。
Let's take a look at the word effective here. It's an adjective and it means producing a very successful result and sometimes with little effort. For example, we can say some people believe it is more effective to remember things if you write it down 3 times.
大家可能很好奇，为什么 mind map 这么有效呢？课文就有提到，首先心智图只包含简短的短语一些字、关键词，所以如果你是很会 Google、很会找关键字、you will love this. OK，effective 就是有效的，它是一个形容词。我觉得呢，记事本真的很重要。Using a planner has been an effective way for me to stay organized and get things done. I always do a to-do list.
I totally agree. And I now use Google because like there's so many things you have to do and remember, and it's all on my phone.
Nice.
All right, so next the article says, this means that you don't have to read through a lot of notes. Secondly, mind maps encourage associations and connections between ideas. That's right, sometimes reading lists and notes, you're like, what did I write?
Makes me fall asleep.
I know, I guess mind mapping makes it easier for you because you can use these different associations. Association comes from the word associate, and when you associate something, it just means you link things together. Now, they want us to use these associations to create a connection. Now, a connection is a noun and it means something that connects two facts or ideas together, or they somehow relate to one thing or another. For example, we can say, Sarah couldn't find the connection between the two sisters until one of them, couldn't find the connection between the two girls until one of them mentioned her sister's name. Okay, that's a better connection.
Nice, OK. 所以呢，因为我们只用很简短的字，所以不是很废话的东西，这意味着你不需要读很大量的笔记，这真的很重要诶。Read through something 就是有一种读完或者是从头到尾读一遍。 我真的很怕看到很多的，尤其像有人如果 private message 我，然后是 write a whole essay，I'm like 可以不要写这么多字吗？好，我们再来看回课文哦。课文说还有什么呢？这个心智图很棒，他说可以促进想法之间的联想，然后找出他们之间的关联性。那注意哦，这里的 encourage 是有着促进、助长这样子的意思哦，它是一个动词。Association 就是关系啊、关联啊。事实上 connection 也跟它有点类似啊，也是有连在一起 link 这样子的意思哦。这两个都是名词。那通常我们会说 connection between A and B， 就是用来讲 A 跟 B 之间的关联是什么。
Next it says, the article says this helps you create more ideas and lays out the relationships between your thoughts clearly on the page. Oh, that's right. I think this can work for some people because everybody learns things in a different way.
所以这有助于你产生更多的想法啦，然后还可以清晰的展现出你思维之间的关系。Lay something out 就是展开、展示。I think these like mind maps would be useful for meetings because you're collecting a lot of people's ideas together and you want it to be very like, simple and easy to follow.
That's right. That's a really good suggestion. Next in the article says, finally, mind maps use color and strong images to stimulate your imagination. So I think you're right with the meetings and stuff because, when you're in a big company and you have so many ideas, it's good to map those out. Imagination comes from the word to imagine. Now we're going to take a look at imagination, the noun, and it means the ability to create pictures or different kinds of stories or images in your mind. For example, Henry has a wild imagination. One day he's a pirate out at sea, and the next day he's an explorer out in the jungle.
最后呢，我们看到的课文来教大家，就是心智图会有使用颜色，还有非常鲜明啊或者明显的图像来激发你的想象力。我觉得我是一个 I'm a visual person， 所以我真的很喜欢这个东西。那这里有提到 strong 这个形容词是有着清楚明显的意思哦，不是强壮哦。Stimulate 则是刺激、激发。Imagination 刚刚有提到，就是想象力或是想象，它是一个名词。我来提一下我童年的想象有多精彩。When I was a kid, my imagination would turn my backyard into a magical kingdom filled with dragons and princesses and Totoro.
Oh, that's
一定要有
so fun.
Totoro.
Oh, I've always wanted to find Totoro too.
Yeah.
He's super cute. Next it says, images are quickly understood by the brain. Okay, when we talk about the brain, we're talking about our mind, and it's the part of our body that controls our thoughts, memories, feelings, all sorts of things. So the human brain is actually really amazing. For example, we can say, the human brain is a complex organ. It basically tells our bodies how to live and how to survive.
So important. Okay, 所以刚刚有提到图像。它可以快速呢被大脑理解。那我们的大脑跟脑很重要哦，就是 brain。那有时候呢，我可能会用脑过度呢，我可能就会有这样子的 OS 浮上来。My brain needs a break from all this thinking. Time for a little relaxation. You should go somewhere and chill out a bit.
I know. I need to relax my brain for a bit as well.
I know.
Okay, so next it says, so when you link an image to a keyword or phrase, it's easy to remember. Yeah, I think this works for me too because I'm also a very visual person and it's easier for me to look at a picture or a chart and I'm like, okay, understood.
And if you're very good at drawing or sketching, you could actually draw your own little symbols of
that's
yourself.
So cute.
Yeah, 所以这里我们有提到一个动词 link， 就是使有关联。那我们常常会搭配 link somebody or something to something， 就是使什么与什么有关。所以课文说，当你把一个图像还有一个关键字或是句子做联想的时候，是不是觉得记起来很容易呢？You should try mind mapping.
I think so. I think that should work for me if I want to plan this party. All right, so shall we go into our For You chat?
Yay!
All right, our For You chat for today is, do you have any tips to help you remember things? Talk about them.
Oh my God, I'm so good at this. I teach this all the time, to my students. My tips to help me remember things are writing them down and writing them down is like, oh, everybody knows
Yeah.
that. And even recording them to listen to later. I
very
find
smart.
that repeating the information while listening helps me retain it better. So if there are specific parts I struggle to remember, I highlight them and review them during my commute on the bus or MRT. Yeah, it's like kind of like turning my travel time into a productive memory boost. I'm so good.
I know.
That's why I always remember
That's
things.
so effective. Such an effective way to learn.
I know.
I think for me, I'm also the same. Like, but sometimes I'm pretty strange. I kind of have a photographic memory sometimes.
Same, me too.
So sometimes if I look at something in a book or a number, I can remember it really quickly, and I can. For example, if it's a number to like phone number, I can remember it really quickly.
Oh, you're good with numbers.
Yeah, I don't know
I'm
why.
not.
And then I can remember that or like information, but then that only lasts for like 5 minutes
like
or something.
kind of like short-term
short-term
memory.
memory, but it's photographic, quick short-term memory. But
The goldfish.
yeah, but I also do best if I write things down.
Yeah.
And if I maybe put it on my phone and I'm like, okay, let me do this, and then
Yeah, you guys should actually, try some of the methods we just
Yeah.
mentioned. Or do you guys have better ideas how to remember things? Talk about it, okay?
Yes.
Until next time, I'm Laura.
I'm Tiffany.
Bye.
Bye.
Vocabulary Review.
Stressed. Jerry felt stressed because there was only one day left before the big exam. He didn't think he could pass it. Enable. Airplanes are wonderful things that enable people to travel all over the world. Effective. Lying down in a dark room wasn't effective in curing my headache. I had to take medicine to feel better. Connection. There is a close connection between getting enough sleep and doing well on tests. Imagination. With just imagination and a few simple toys, children act out stories when they play. Brain. Jason had 3 tests at school last week, so now he wants to give his brain a rest.
智慧小补帖。
Visual. Association. Stimulate.
以上节目是由活用空中美语制作，活用空中美语杂志，请洽询全国各大书店。如欲索取试听教材，请来电02-2364-4000 02-2364-4000，或上网查询，网址是 www.english4u.net www.english4u.net